Hi everyone, Big Friendly Wargamer here again. Gareth, you know me by now. So it's Wednesday, so I've missed my Tuesday sit and paint. I don't normally do this. I just not had the motivation to paint just of late. So it's what, the 10th of the month, and I've done very little painting this month, but let's see if we can do something about that now. See, I'm now on 199 models for the month, for the year, sorry. So I'm determined to get this duck broken, this 200 done. So I've got these two guys that I started on earlier in the year, and I'm just gonna get these done now. It's been playing on my mind hitting the 200, and I just need to do it. Yes, they're part done, but I did them earlier in the year, so that's not a problem. And these are 2 rampages for my world eaters. I finished 5 of them earlier in the year, and I've got 5 more to do, but these 2 were part painted already, and I'm just going to get them done. I've got to get them done, because the 200 models target is looming, and I'm very aware, and for some reason it's not, I don't want to paint at the moment, so I've just got to get these guys finished, and I'm hoping that it will push me on to paint a bit more. I'm off work at at the moment because I've got booked holiday for the weekend, and then I'll start my 3-day weeks next week at work. So yeah, I always get this a little bit when I'm off work, and I just when it's downtime and I want to relax and stuff, the painting block comes in a little bit, but I'm going to try and push past that today. So as you can see, we've got 5 rampages on my desk, World Eater rampages. I'm aware I've got to get some World Eaters painted for this campaign that we're going to be running at the club. So I've got to get some more World Eaters painted, because I want to try new things out. It's always good to try different things. So the first thing I've done is I've just done the shade on the arms. The bodies are nearly done. They need some black in the recess, the greaves, and they need the faces painted. But I also need to paint the weapons, which they've got these things called meteor hammers. They're basically like ball and chain. They look pretty cool. Just got to actually get them done. So I'm going to make a start. No, I'm not going to make a start. Let's paint the backpacks, because I can do these backpacks, no problem. The other things I've got on my desk, I've got my Warlord Titan. He's been separated into pieces again because I need to get him finished as well. I've still got the Poxwalkers, still got the Plague Marines. That hasn't changed. They're collecting dust, but it is what it is. So we're going to get some Techless Blue, because these are already painted Cantor Blue. We're going to Techless Blue, and we need some medium, so we're going to get a bit of medium. So the week's been a bit weird. At the weekend I went to work to find out the supervisor that I was getting on really well with had been sacked. This is a new pot of medium. I've got one open already, that one. Yeah, he got sacked. Always on suspension or pending being sacked, whatever. So I thought it was going to be my job was going to be made more difficult at work, and it turns out that the other guy who's in charge didn't realise what I could do. So now it does. So that's good. Let's get a blob of medium, put it on the palette. I can go there. And get some Techless Blue. Yeah, so it was a bit weird. that was Saturday night, and he was asking me if I would go full time and blah 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 blah. But anyway, went to the club on Monday and got 2 games of Blood Bowl played. One of them, I've got to talk about this a little bit more in a bit. I lost my head a little bit, and I was playing quite frustrated. If you play Blood Bowl frustrated, you're going to lose. Let's go with that brush because it should be able to handle that. So yeah, I lost my head a little bit. I don't normally do that when I'm playing games, but I did. Which is a bit naughty of me, but what can I do? I lost the game quite it's one of them games when the dice were against me, like 100% against me. I mean, the guy that I was playing was cringing at my dice rolls. They were so bad. But sometimes it goes like that, and it's like, yeah, it is a game, but you can still get wound up by it. But yeah. So if the guy watches this, he knows who he is. I apologise. I was losing my head. That's not me usually, not at all. But there you go. I started doing the video editing for the battle report I recorded at Battlelux with a friend of mine. Put a little tester up on the Battlelux Facebook YouTube channel and got some good responses from it. I've tried putting music to videos for the first time, which I might even put it on the intro for this one this week, but we'll see. With YouTube, you're quite limited to the free music that they have. There's no... You can't like put a song by my favourite artist is Auto Bridge, my favourite band. I couldn't put them as my intro music, which is annoying, because it would be awesome, but there you go. And yeah, apart from that, I mean, I've started cleaning up my Reaver Titan, my 40k Reaver Titan. And I'm going to do a little video blog day by day, be about 20 minutes at the end, come the end of the week, I think, of my progress. So yesterday's video was just basically I opened the box up, showed how many pieces the Reaver actually comes in. I haven't done today's one yet, but I've basically cleaned up all of the leg parts, not including the toes and the feet. So I may actually, once I've done this video, start work on gluing some of that together. Oh, but I need to sit and actually get these 2 guys done, because like I said, the target is looming and it's bugging me that I can't just smash it. So we'll see. We will see. See, a few people have said to me, why don't you just grab a guy that you're going to take 5 minutes to paint? And they don't understand. I don't paint anything in 5 minutes. I mean, there's been videos, I'm very aware that I don't paint quickly. There's been videos that I sit here for an hour or whatever, and I paint very little, but it's just the way I paint. It's the fact that I've got time and I do it is why I'm on the 200 now. I'm nearly at the 200 even. So But yeah, part of me is the fact I'm distracted by World of Warcraft so much. It's probably a bad thing. So what I probably should have done is that should have been my reward for hitting the 200. So I could just sit and play my laptop. But oh well. So yeah, so this is now, I'm just doing layers for the blue backpacks, and this will need a second layer because the blue's a bit thin. I don't mean to put the paint's watered down too much, it's just it's a thin blue colour, so it always needs two coats. Good old Techless blue. But yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit more, about the whole me losing my head. I've been on the receiving end of it, and I know it's not nice. This was years ago playing Blood Bowl. I was on the receiving end of it. And I know it happens. I know it happens to some people a lot more than others. And yes, it is just a game. But in like everything, you get frustrated with things. You get drivers who get road rage and they're the most calm people going. Like, you can't help it. It just happens, you know. So, I mean, with me years ago, when I was a teenager, I think, so probably about 25 years ago now, and I remember things like, I don't hold grudges as such, but I do remember things. I was playing a guy at Blood Bowl, and it was my first time ever using an undead team. So I was constantly checking the stats for the players, being that new guy and all that stuff. And the guy I was playing wasn't the most sporting player ever, and I managed to score past him. I have no idea how it happened, it just happened. The game went on, and it became quite obvious that the only way he was going to equalise was if his star player Vampire scored a touchdown. And it was getting towards the end of the game, and this is back when with Blood Bowl you used to have special play cards. I know you've got them now. I haven't even looked at them this time round. I don't know what they do. But back then they used to be quite powerful, and I assume they still are. Basically, as his mummy went to score the touchdown, I played a banana skin card on him, which meant he fell over and had to have an armour roll. I then broke his armour and killed him. Like proper, like dead. 64 on the or 60 something on the injury table. It probably killed him. He didn't regenerate, and the guy promptly flipped the table. Now, I didn't get that bad on Monday. I was considering conceding the game because my luck was so bad. I didn't. I fulfilled my match. So I wasn't as bad as the guy that I played, but I know that feeling that nothing's going right, that kind of thing. And so I'm making a bit of a thing of it because it's something that I've been so against in Wargaming, is that green-eyed monster coming out. Because it is a game. Whatever you play, whether it's Malifaux, Blood Bowl, 40k, Drop Zone Commander, Star Trek, Attack Wing, Batman, whatever it is. It's a game. It's not the be all and end all of life. Do you know what I mean? So you got some people who take it a lot more seriously than others, and I'm not someone who takes. I take my gaming seriously in the case of it's my chilling, my relaxing time, and I want to have a laugh. And yeah, I'll put time into the models and stuff like that, but I don't take it seriously as in I have to win at all costs. So yeah, it's been on my mind a little bit. So there, yeah. That's my pit two pence worth said on the subject. Don't be that guy, because you won't get games. That's after the week of me being that guy. So, like I said, it's very rare that I have anything like that. But yeah, this 200 model target has been bugging me for a little while now. I've painted little bits and pieces this month. I painted the repulsor for my friend who we used in the battle report, and it was put on the table in the battle report, let's just say that. And I was supposed to have another game of 40k this week just gone, but the guy was not well, so that's fine. So this coming week, I'm going to be playing some intro games again. They're going to be 40k. Then, see, I want to play some 30k again, because I know with the campaign coming up, I need to do a bit of list rearranging. I want to try things out in my World Eaters that I haven't tried before. Like, I bought a Predator Squadron, which is 3 Predators. They're tanks, and they have been sitting in their case ever since I bought them. They are built, they are spray painted white, and that's it. So I think they're going to come out and play not next Monday, but the Monday after. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, because the following Monday I've got a game of 30k arranged, so that'll be cool. And then the Monday after that, I may take a bit of a break from the club for a week, but we'll see. We will see. Depends how far I get with my Reaver. I may want to sit and build that some more, but we'll see. So where I haven't been painting, I haven't really kept up with the social media stuff, the YouTubers that I watch, all that kind of stuff. I haven't kept up with that at all, so I'm going to hopefully sit and paint for a few hours today and catch up on some stuff. Like, you got the sit and paint with Peachy and Duncan, which was only yesterday, but I could have watched that live. I didn't. I was playing World of Warcraft till about 11 o'clock last night, and then I went to bed. You got Mini Wargamer J, who does sit and paint kind of like this. a little bit more professional than me, obviously, because he's been doing it a lot longer. You got Leland as well. I normally watch his set and builds or set and paints. I will probably watch that as well tonight. So I've got a fair bit of YouTubing to catch up with. We'll all be doing while the video stream, it's not streams, renders. But I've also got to do my update for my blog for the Reaver Titan tonight as well. Let's all go. And then tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to do some more painting. And I'm going to do some video editing on the battle report that I filmed the other week, last week. I think I'm kind of learning how to do the video editing, and it's coming on okay. I'm not going to win any awards, which is fine, but I think it's okay for what little knowledge I have of doing it. But we'll see. See, I know we've got some much more talented people who come to the club than I am. People that have done courses on this kind of thing, and I could pass the videos on to them, but then it's not my project anymore. So this is supposed to be my project. It's something I'm looking at as a way of getting out of doing the work that I do now. If I can take up video editing and teach myself how to do it, then I'm not like trapped in doing one job. So I want to take up a course on doing it as well, get the qualifications and all that sort of stuff. The problem is the cost of it, and it's catch-22. I won't have the time to do it unless I start working full time, and if I start working full time I won't have the time to do it. So we'll see. We will see. So yeah, it's pushing on and getting the painting done. It's the most important thing at the moment to me. But yeah, we'll see. But I'm going to stop it there. I'm just going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back again. Sorry about that, guys. I was just helping my dad out a bit. So I totally lost track of what I was talking about, but that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to put a bit of shade on the backpacks. Just water it down a bit and make it a glaze. This is how I do the blue on my world eaters. So I'm actually running out of my world eater shades, so I've got to make some more up, I think. We're going to close that because we don't need it open. Yeah, we're just going to put this all over it. So yeah, so the next week or so, because it's Wednesday today, I go back to work next Thursday. So I've got a week of doing kind of what I want to do. I was hoping to have music playing all day, painting all day, and I'm pretty sure it won't end up like that, but who knows. We'll have to see. It's my hope that I can get a lot of painting done, build this Reaver, It'd be awesome if I can get it built in a week. I don't think I'll get it built in a week. But you never know. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of my sponging white. So what we're going to get is we've got ceramite white, which needs a lot of a shake. Shaky, shaky, shaky. And in fact, I need to find my tweezers. I don't know if I know where they are. So this is my toolkit. As you can see, clippers, knife, drill, sculpting tool, brush, Games Workshop brush. Normally my tweezers are in here, and I think they are. Yeah. I've got files and stuff in here as well. This is an old Coke can holder, which my dad got from Australia years and years ago when he went away. Basically, it just holds all my tools. It does the job very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to tear a bit of this off, like that. Don't need a hell of a lot. And to be honest, we haven't got a lot of white to actually do. We've got 2 left arms and a little bit on the right arm and a hand. So let's put that out of the way. Give this a decent shake because I haven't used ceramite white in a while. It's actually quite good, which is surprising for ceramite white. And we need medium as well because we've got to thin this down a lot. So first things first, we're going to get some lamy medium and put it on the palette. That should be about enough. And then we're going to grab some ceramite white and mix it with the medium. You want this thin because it's going to be sponged on. It doesn't need to be mega thin. You want it to flow, so you don't want it as thick as normal paint. I think I've done this before when I painted my rampages on camera. Well, I can't remember. Next week, which will be the 16th or something, next Tuesday, I'm going to really try and paint my Spartan. I've got it's a Land Raider variant kind of, and it's pretty big, and it's undercoated, and I need to get it finished. So what we do with this, we've got a sponge like that. We're just going to get some paint and sponge and dab it on the tissue that I've got on my knee. So we want it about like that. So there's some pigment on there still, but not a hell of a lot. Basically, we're just going to dab it onto like this, dab it onto the white areas. You don't want to go too heavy, so you can see that just about, so that bit there. And I'm going to do the hand that's holding the weapon. You basically want to do this in 2 layers, because if you do it in one, you'll probably get too much and it will look a bit weird. It will look blotchy. So you do it in 2 and it looks pretty good. I've done this technique I've done on all my World Eaters now. It's a nice strong white as well. So I don't like the idea of going through a grey to get to a white. So the shade that I use is a bluey black, a blacky blue, whichever you want to call it. And that's it for those ones. Let's get some more. Again, dab it on the tissue. And you don't want to push too hard with the tweezers. Basically, you don't want to hit the actual model part with the tweezers. So you just want to dab it gently. It's nice and easy. Do it from a few angles so you get most of it, but you leave some of the recess. So the blue just is a shade then. in the recesses, and it's all good. There's a little bit more paint on this than there was on the other one, but it's okay, it's still working fine. Again, just dabbing the sponge on the white is cool. And like I said, you're going to do 2 coats. Like normally when you're painting at all, you want to do 2 coats. But there you go. Even when you're sponging. So I'm just going to give that a minute or two. See, I've got these other 3 that I need to do sponging on as well, but I'm trying to focus on just get these 2 finished. And of course, being that you're using a sponge, you're not brush painting, so you don't get quite as much paint on a model, so it dries a bit quicker. And to be quite honest, it's a bit warm today, so we're gonna not wait too long between coats for this white. Again, we're gonna go on that guy, his arm, and we just do different angles. Just make sure the majority of the plate is covered, but not all of it. And then on the hand, my plan is once I've got the white done, I'm going to glue these guys together. It will make painting the rest of the colours a lot easier. Painting the white is impossible if you glue the models together. If you're painting white like this, it's impossible to do. So sub-assemblies is pretty cool. Like I said, the model, the torso and the legs are assembled together because they don't interfere with each other. Whereas these arms, they would be in the way of the body. I wouldn't be able to get all around it, and so on and so on. Just doing the second piece now, second set of arms. And on the hands, so I'd actually need a bit more on his hand. This is left hand. But all the other colours are relatively simple. There's not any dry brushing. Well, there is a little bit of dry brushing, but it's on gold, which they don't have a lot of gold on. And there's no gold on the arms, so it's perfectly good. And that's that. You do tend to get a little bit on your hands, but so what? It's fine. So I'm just going to leave those arms to dry a little bit, and then I'll be gluing them onto the arms. Now, the thing that's put me off painting these guys, the other sets of guys that I've done, the arms went together fairly well and they were quite easy. These ones are quite positional. You've got to get the positions really right. But what we're going to do is, while we're waiting for that to dry, let's get back to these backpacks. Now, the shade's still a bit wet, so let's leave that for a little bit. But yeah, what I'm going to show you is the work I've done on my Warlord. So that's his legs. I think I showed you the base before. That's his base. It's quite generic, quite simple, and that's what it will look like. Ooh, let's go like that. So this bit here that has striping was awkward, but it got done. It's fine. The problem is I'm going to do the same hash striping across this yellow shoulder. Now basically what I did to measure the hash stripes was I used good old Games Workshop tool. It's a measuring stick. They give them out with their games now. It's a 12-inch measuring stick, but on them there's a lot of detailing, and there's like a straight line that goes up up the stick. So all I was doing was going like this and with a pencil drawing the lines in, and then I was painting them black afterwards. Now I know other people do hash striping slightly differently. Some use blue masking tape and other things. I've never done hash striping on flat panels before, so I thought it looked quite cool. Like I said, the hash stripes aren't symmetrical exactly. They're not perfectly the same size in all the stripes, but I think it looks fine. Once it gets weathered up a little bit as well, it will look, I think it'll look cool. So here we go. Let's glue these arms on. Let's get that out of the way. Pulling all these arms off their blue tack. Arms and bits. So that's one. And this one's the second one. Again, I've got to paint my world eaters like this because I wouldn't be able to complete them if I didn't. So, of course, go back under there. Right, so what I normally do when you've got arms that are like this, that are connected together, shall we say, I tend to blue tack it and then glue one arm in place and then glue the other arm. So that one's going to go there. This arm is going to go. So you've got a little bit of painting and a little bit of building with me today. I know I generally am painting, but when I'm doing world eaters I've got to do both in between. I can't completely build and paint, it's not how I do them. So, and then this plugs into there and goes in that hand, which is going to be awkward. What I'll have to do is glue the hand in place first, which actually doesn't want to work. I'll bring that arm forward a little bit. These are, like I said, these are really fiddly models. I think that works. So I'm going to glue the hand on first. Got my industrial grade super glue, which is awesome. This is what I'm going to be using to put my Reaver Titan together. Seen me through a lot of modelling projects now. This is a new bottle, so I never seem to finish a bottle of this because it dries up and stuff, and I've actually put glue on the wrong part. Should be okay. But again, these are really fiddly parts, these weapons. I'm trying not to let it glue onto something else that I don't want to glue it onto. Like my fingers, for example. Really, really, really fiddly. Oh, it's supposed to go in his hand. That's not good. That's not right at all. Like I said, when you got big hands and you got fiddly little models, that can be a bit of a pain. But a bit of patience. Don't let the red eye monster catch you. And see, I could even heat these up a little bit and move the chain about a little bit, but I don't think it's going to need that. It might need something though, because it's just not wanting to sit right. So I want the pose to look half decent as well. I don't want it to just be randomly sticking his hands up in the air sort of thing. That's okay. So what I'm going to have to do is let that dry, and then I can actually glue the arms into place. And we're going to try this on the second one as well. Again, a little bit of blue tack. This one should be a little bit easier because he's got a bit more of a better pose. The other one's quite static. He's got quite a both feet planted on the floor sort of pose. This one's like advancing, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better. This guy. See, these rampages, they don't have. These are supposed to be like the gladiators of the Legion, and they don't have shoulder pads on both arms. Well, my ones won't anyway. They come with enough shoulder pads for both arms, but I don't put shoulder pads on both arms. Yeah, like I thought, that one fits a lot better than the other one did. Still fiddly, but it's a much better pose, much better. So let's see if this one's actually, yeah, this one's glued into place now. So now it's a case of removing the blue tack and gluing the arms, which in fact the arms aren't glued. The hands haven't glued on, but that's okay. It's glued onto one side, so that's fine. Get this blue tack off. I use blue tack on everything. I think I've said this before, but when I'm building models, I use blue tack to hold backpacks and bolters and stuff in places. A lot of people don't, but I do. Put some glue on the arm piece. Then, because that hand come away from the left arm, I have to put some glue on that hand piece as well. Again, that's it. Okay, that looks pretty cool. So I'm going to leave that to dry. That one, before I put, basically they have these bits, they're called meteor hammer, they go on the end. Oh, my back's hurting. So I'm going to go back to this guy now and hoping that his arms are going to stay together, and they have. Just get the blue tack off the arms and I can glue this guy together then. Then I can start working on the silvers and the skin and stuff like that. Just really wait for the actual glue to set before I start working on the arms though. So I'll probably go back to the backpacks and do the silver and stuff on the backpacks, and then it's going to be about that for the video today. I will actually get some parts of that Reaver Titan out and show you just how big some of it is. So then this guy, can stick together. See, because it's literally a thin chain, I don't want to glue my hand.
It's quite flexible anyway, so
gluing the arms in place isn't too bad with that one. So we got this guy with his chain there. There's little slight gaps under the arms, but it's not going to matter too much. They're going to be covered up by a shoulder pad or whatever. And you got this guy who's got his chain raised a little bit higher. In fact, let's see if I can actually glue this last piece on. Again, it's a really small connector point, but it should plug into the hole. Then you get the idea of what the meteor hammer actually is. It's a ball and chain. Don't know why they called it a meteor hammer, but they did. And this bit may be fiddly and it will probably snap off every game, but it's going to look pretty cool. Okay, there we go. There's one rampage or a meteor hammer. See him quite like that. Yeah, let's put it on the second one. The second one's going to be swinging his a little bit more, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of the silver on the meteor hammers purely because the I don't want to get super glue all over my paintbrushes, so they're going to be left to dry for a little while. In fact, this guy's arm hasn't glued. So I may have to apply a bit more on that. No, that's it. Done. No, it's not. See, the problem I've done with these is where I sprayed the model, I wasn't careful about where I sprayed, so some of the connector points have got paint on them, which makes the glue not stick quite as well sometimes. Don't want to get that stuck to the paint station. Let's give this another go. I want to try and keep the actual weapon within the circumference of the base, because if I don't, then when they're in their case they may bend and snap and stuff, which is exactly what I don't want. It's the worst thing when you've put a lot of time into some models, you go back to them to use them for a game and you find that they're bits snapped off and stuff. It's not good. Fair enough, I know we're all hobbyists and everything's repairable, but it's not exactly the best thing. What I am going to do though is let's use this sponge again. In fact, you don't need to now, because the glue is holding it in place, so it's cool. Lid back on the glue, and I think we're about good. So we've got this guy with his meteor hammer, and we've got his mate with his meteor hammer. So they do need more work obviously, but I'm getting there. The backpack's dry off the shade now, so I can actually do some silver work on them. So grab some lead belcher. I'm coming up to about the end of my video anyway, I think. And because yeah, I want to carry on painting, but I need to just have some music on in the background. I can't do this on YouTube. As far as I know, I can't have music on in the background on YouTube. Now, I don't know 100%. I'm not sure their copyright laws and stuff like that. But there you go. Now, this is just a little bit of lead belcher. I'm just literally going to paint the vents and the stuff on the backpacks. But yeah, that super glue that I've got, it's serving me really well. It's the super glue I've used to build all of my world eaters. They're all resin, well, almost all resin models, but I've taken to using that on plastic stuff as well. It's just such good glue, and I got it off Amazon. It was about, I think it was about £3, £4. And you get a lot in there. Like I said, that's my third pot of that. The problem is, like I said, it gunks up quite quickly. I've had to use a drill to open my old one up a number of times, and I've never finished a pot of it because it lasts so long. But yeah, I like it a lot. So basically all I do now with these backpacks is I paint the silver, give the silver a shade, non-oil, and then I paint the wires all black, and the backpacks are done then. Now, I've been considering going back over some of my world eaters and giving them an extra highlight. Like, I don't highlight the blue on this, although I could. It'd be Lothran blue. I think it would push it too far away from the colour, the actual blue I want then though. So I might not. I did with my tactical marines. I went back and I highlighted the reds and I cleaned up the whites and stuff. So I may do that with some of my other world eaters, but we'll see. There's no desperate need to. They're tabletop standard. They're fine. Actually, on a bit of a roll with them of late. When I do play 30k, I haven't been beaten in a while. I think I play my world eaters quite like they should be played. Very aggressive. Without going too far, being the total dominating close combat army with all the nastiness that you could get with it. But I think I'm doing quite well with them. And in the campaign, I'm definitely going to be a Traitor Legion, because then I get to play with Blood Madness and all the kind of good stuff. But we'll see. And I'm going to call the video there. I'm not sure how long that's been today. But like I said, I've got to wait for stuff to dry. Yeah, just see where we go from there. But if you've listened to me rambling again, thank you very much. I believe this is 47 now. So I'm 5 away from doing my year worth. You will see other stuff popping up on my YouTube channel from time to time in the next little bit. Like I said, I'm doing my blog on the Reaver Titan. There may be a few other things I'm trying to come up with as well, but we'll see. But thank you very much for listening. I will catch you again soon. Goodbye.